What's good? It's Chigozy. It's Friday, September 13th, 2019. Don't forget, it's the 23rd anniversary of the death of Tupac Shakur, who died September 13th, 1996. Freemason 96. Freemasonry 139. Tupac Shakur also equals 139. Today is a date with 61 numerology, time 61, Ohio equals 61, and 25. Very interesting. Columbus, the capital, equals 25 and 34. If Columbus, Ohio is on the propaganda today, you see it here. Although Columbus equals 110, yesterday was the day with 110 days remaining. New York Daily News, or whatever it's called, New York Post, they had some information about Columbus. Some guy getting the death sentence. It was in Columbus, Ohio. It was the first time since 2003 or whatever since a jury recommended death sentence. So that was an Ohio ritual from there, but I'm looking for more today just because of again, Columbus 2534, Ohio 6125. Today with 109 days remaining, let's see, 29th prime, Masonic 29. And I'm just going to point out something as specific as Columbus, Ohio. Understand that there's, of course, a very low chance it's going to be, especially in the front page propaganda. It's more so they're going to still have rituals by these numbers, but that's just a pattern. Again, these numbers have so many patterns behind them, and it's all about what they put out in the media. But they have recurring patterns that they always use, and that's what I look at. Like, again, time 61. 61 is the 18th prime. Today with 52 numerology, government 52, Kabbalah 52. CNN, I don't think I've seen CNN yet today. Yeah, I haven't looked at the propaganda yet. There's only one issue in the Democratic primary. Here we get this actor, Bernie Sanders, with this actor, Joe Biden, and they're inside this propaganda. Candidates agree this is the most important issue facing the party, but they seem hopelessly split on what to do about it. It's more divisive propaganda. Why are they? This is what I'm saying. People are wondering, is Bernie Sanders an agent? Is Joe Biden an agent? Guys, these are two actors supposedly on the same team, but even they have to give you divisive propaganda on the 13th, from Friday the 13th, in their own party. Divide and conquer, order out of chaos. And they mock you. If they're agreeing that's the most important issue, but they're divided on what to do about it. Always a riddle, a tale from the federal government. 7 takeaways from the third debate. Mason equals 73. It's the Freemasons. AOC and the propaganda today. We've seen how she does a lot of things by number 13 as well. She's born October 13th. It's the 13th of Friday. So Friday the 13th, we get AOC and the propaganda. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez slams shocking ad that aired during Democratic debate. Why? Because she's, Puerto Rican. She's slamming, she's supposed to be this liberal, democratic, type of bullshit, what I'm saying, leftist, that type of stuff. And she's in all that propaganda. So that's what they use her for that. And if you're new here, you're wondering, well, is this guy left or right, or what's his stance? I hope you see where my stance is. I stand away from all this bullshit. This is all a bunch of divisive, fake news propaganda from the Freemasons. The Republicans, the Democrats, they're all a bunch of retarded idiots being dragged along by this fake news tale. If you pick a side, it's because you're fucking stupid. It's because you don't see how you're being mocked by the federal government on a daily basis. Remains of a man missing for 22 years have been found thanks to Google Earth. So this is a murder ritual from Google. They do this on purpose. Don't be surprised if he's black, Negro 22. Here it comes out yesterday, though, on the 12th. I'm just clicking this for the death, killing, murder numbers, sacrifice numbers. Oh, well, killing equals 47. Foundation equals 47. Google having some propaganda update at 947. Big number for the Freemasons. Execution equals 116. Made a 16-second video. That's also 76 seconds. Blood sacrifice equals 76. Looking for these sacrifice numbers. That's why I clicked on this. William molt, like a fucking caterpillar molts its skin, decaying, remains, molting, because it's always a mocking every single time. Why do you think these riddles are coming out every single time? William molt. I'm probably even spelling it wrong. See, of an animal, shed old feathers, hair, or skin, or an old shell to make way for new growth. Molting. So we're talking about remains, decomposition, molting, dead skin going away, decaying. I mean, you see what the riddle is. And his name is William Molt. That's the name of the remains. For over 2 decades, that's 20 years, death equals 20. This is a bunch of by the numbers propaganda from Google. Cannot say it enough. How can you call this coincidence? William Molt? I mean, come on. Jim Acosta, being accosted in the White House, or accosting Trump in the White House. William Molt, 181, the 42nd prime, Freemason, 42, Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, 143, Mason 73, Sacrifice 73. Might as well see the last name as well then. Kill 64, 26, 71, the 20th prime, death 20, for over 2 decades. Family was left with unanswered question. Now we have a closure. This is in Palm Beach County, Florida. It's in Florida. So I'm saying, because Google Maps is huge. Google Earth. That should let you know. Think about it. Just think about it. This is a ritual coming out of Florida, which equals 38 and 43 like killing. If you've even been new to this channel for a few days, you know by now, Florida is always putting up murder rituals because, again, death, killing, murder equals 38, just like Florida. We have Stoneman Douglas. There's so many examples of Florida putting this out. So we're all aware of that pattern. Google Earth. So that means if every single spot on this globe that Google Earth has been, which is so many places, this has to be a thing coming out of the state of Florida. I mean, come on. This is the most evidential thing you need. Yes, it's a peel to probability, but this channel with this research, you see how they're doing it every single day. That argument gets thrown out the window. Just really sit down and stew on it. It's actually blowing my mind too. This is not Google US or even Google Maps. They're letting you know Google Earth. Out of everywhere on the Earth, this is taking place in Florida. And he was 40 at the time. 40 connected to death, foundation, because it's just 4. November 7th, 1997. That's when he vanished. So we get the death numbers from there as well. Real quick, let's see what Google equals. Google equals 34 like murder. 61, Google equals 61. So when they did with 61 numerology, they're putting out this propaganda. And again, he was missing for 2 decades, 20 years. His last name equals 71, the 20th prime. Google equals 20. His name also had gematria of 26, 101, the 26th prime. And don't forget Jewish 34 like Google. But Google 61, there was 61 numerology, God 61, Jesus, church. But we need November 7th, 1997. "20 years, 10 months, 6 days. 44 numerology, kill 44. The Lima 35, there was a lifeless number 35. Killing 115, there was 115 numerology. It's the 311th day of the year. Kill 64. His name had 64 gematria. 311 to 64 prime. The Lima 125, there was 125 numerology. 44, 35. So Thelemic day, Google's putting this out. Again, Tisha B'Av 134. And this propaganda is coming out 21 years, 10 months, 6 days later. Exactly 1,140 weeks. But I think you see it. I mean, this is such a clear ritual, and it's in the state of Florida. That's when people come and say you're just putting things together, it just shows how stupid they are. Google Earth, I'm sure that's coded by the numbers. Google Earth equals 113 like Scottish. And we get Freemasonry, Revelation numbers, Revelation 49, giving this revelation. So I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, it's complete bullshit propaganda from Google. And if anyone really died, then yes, they did this on purpose. And again, 947, 4 plus 7 is 11. That's another 911 then. All right, peace out.